Hey everybody, and welcome back to LEGO Marvel Avengers episode 44. We're heading into the classic Captain Marvel DLC level, in which you get introduced to Carol Danvers, who is, in fact, originally Carol Danvers was the girlfriend of the first Captain Marvel, who was a Kree guy. Then she became Miss Marvel for a while. She went over to the X-Men for a brief period of time as, not Polarity, but something else, before, finally becoming her Captain Marvel incarnation. This is all I know about this character. I read it in an internet article today that talked about some of the stupid things that had happened to her. Like the time she got raped and everybody was thrilled about it. That was a while ago. Now the Captain Marvel character has, is much further beyond that. And she has a boatload of powers too. She's got, besides just the normal powers, she can shoot projectiles. She has, you see that gold thing over there that we're going to come back to after we've mined studs out of everything. She has a laser that she can use. She can also fly around. And evidently she can shrug off the fact that a female wrestler is throwing heavy objects at her from long distances. So she's pretty tough. And like all these DLC levels, with the exception of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. level, she's going to be getting her own Marvel Cinematic Universe movie here in Phase 3. I think before Infinity War. I think she's got her movie's either before Infinity War or it's in between the two Infinity War movies. I haven't really been keeping track of it as much as the Black Panther movie, which is the last movie that comes out before the first Infinity War movie. But they finally did cast Captain Marvel, and they have decided to cast actress Brie Larson, thus the title of the video. Alright, well, as you can see, there is lots of stuff to destroy and get studs with. And this level, although, I don't know how comic accurate this is, this level decided to give us Captain America as our assistant, and I don't know if that's because of a long-standing friendship between the two. I mean, I know Carol Danvers has sort of been associated with the Avengers for a long time, although her relationship with them has been sort of touch and go, based on things that have happened to her over the years. But if you'll notice, it's and this was pointed out to me in another one of Game Unboxing Reviews' video. The Captain America they give you is the Age of Ultron Captain America. It's not the classic Cap, so it's not the comic book Cap, even though this is supposed to be the comic book Captain Marvel. Alright, so I'm not exactly sure, this level doesn't really take that long unless you run around and try to destroy everything to get all the studs. And guess what? That's exactly what my normal standard operating procedure is. So, here I'm running around destroying vegetation, wrecking the heck out of this park, riding a swing. I mean, that's nice. Kind of calming. We'll let her ride the swing. We'll let Cap knock some stuff off. Riding the swing gave us access to a mini kit, so we got one of those. Some playground equipment over here. Of course, we're going to break that. A cement mixing truck. Although the map is bound in that direction, so it could be that that's just a boundary thing. There's also a school bus, which we would have hit had the traffic cone not been in the way. Okay, we destroyed some other stuff over here. Now this actually created some stuff that we can build. So we'll have to come back for this or go ahead and build it. Looks like we're... Okay, there's another cement mixer truck over there. More playground equipment. And again, I think that, you know, it's safe to say that the Avengers, and in this case including Captain Marvel, create more damage to the environment than the bad guys actually do in a lot of these levels. Alright, we're going to build this thing here. You'll notice it's a speed thing, and Captain Marvel is not a speed character, so this is something that's certainly just here for free play purposes. You can't really do anything about it right at the moment. So back to breaking studs. As you can imagine, the thing that you can see we're almost at true Avenger status here, which is pretty good because that means that we can ignore breaking studs for probably the rest of the level. And there's 2 parts to this level. This is only the first part. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and break into this gold box here, because that's something that probably needs to happen in order to advance the story. And there's a big figure thing and protecting a Captain America shield switch. And Captain Marvel can actually pull on big figure things. The animation she uses is not dissimilar from the animation that Chewbacca uses in the Star Wars games. So it's possible that he was their motivation for that. But, you know, we turned on the fountains. I don't know why this is supposed to bother the wrestler, but it seems that Pound Cakes, the villain here, is attracted to the water. She now seems to be playing in it. And we have a combo move over here. Okay, so we'll get Cap to activate that. And I'm not exactly sure what he attracted there, because Pound Cakes ran over and killed us in one hit. So we're in some sort of mini-boss fight here. And, oh yeah, evidently Captain America's shield not stopping the Pound Cakes. Alright, so we just need this for Captain Marvel to Toreador Pound Cakes into a trap here and hit her with some electricity and send her into the water. And that took care of one of her hearts. And then we destroyed that thing to bring us that much closer to true Avenger status. Possibly going to get it when we pick up these studs over here. Here we go. And now we can go finish off Pound Cakes, or at least that's the plan. So we hit her while she's in the water and knocked out to knock off one of her hearts. And then she works her way out of the water and back to her little perch from before.
She was on a super rampage and called me out for a one-on-one wrestle.
And now we're taking her on one-on-one in a quick time event. And there we go. We defeated the first round here.
Great. What now? Yawn, Rog. I should have.
Unfortunately, we have a new villain. And I'm not really familiar with a lot of these additional Marvel villains, and this one is another one I'm not really familiar with. Evidently, he's a Kree, which is the same race as the original Captain Marvel. And I wonder if he's the same guy, just evil now. So we've got a couple things thrown around. We've got some gold stuff we can destroy. Looks like that's a mini-kit requirement thing. But, you know, if you saw the Doctor Strange trailer at Comic-Con, or the Doctor Strange trailers that you could have seen, you know, by watching Captain America Civil War, you know, that had a very Inception-esque vibe here. And here, the plunging the Kree City or whatever we're doing here into New York also has a sort of Inception vibe. And so we take out Magnetron's first level. He pauses on, you know, like some other bosses, he pauses when he catches one of your characters and you have to hit him with the other one. So we had Captain America hit him, and then we had Captain America kind of float in midair for a little while, which was kind of interesting. If these pieces look familiar to you, it's because they look a lot like the pieces we used in the Thor 2 level to bring Thor and Malekith back to London. So we have some Kree guys here. The Kree have had a fairly influential role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know, whether it was Ronan the Accuser in Guardians of the Galaxy, Carol Danvers, you know, because she was a NASA scientist and an Air Force officer, evidently a tech-capable person. Cap, still not.
Without being able to fly, this fight was going to be a whole lot tougher. Pretty glad Cap remembered to bring his souped-up.
But you know, we've seen the Kree in Guardians of the Galaxy with Ronan the Accuser. We've seen the Kree show up in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., or at least their technologies, their machinations. You know, the Inhumans are, I think, a creation of the Kree. So here's just more Kree messing with Earth to throw in there.
About that bike getting destroyed. I said I could hook him up with a spaceship, but he just gave me that face.
All right, so now we are fighting more Kree guys, and you know, we've knocked Magnetron down for the second time, so we can. Okay, I can't hit him with Cap's shield, evidently. I can punch him in the face. Then he goes after Carol Danvers again, so Cap has got to punch him again and get levitated again. And so the connection between Magnetron and Captain Marvel is actually hurting her in this level. She's prevented from flying, and he's basically somehow tapping into her powers. So if you're wondering why Captain America gets all the glory with the boss fights, that would be the reason. There we go. We do the team-up move. Broken some more stuff. Got a few pieces floating around. Another satellite dish we can blow up. If we can find a third one, we can get a mini-kit. So there have been lots of studs in this level. Alright, and so now we're going to build a
Yeah!
trampoline,
This girl knows how to improvise.
because we can't fly. Right, and then we're getting fired at by Magmatron, so what we're going to use is a Captain America shield point to deflect Magnetron's laser. I can see the third satellite dish. What I think I really am supposed to do is send his laser back at him, which sets up our ability to get over to the final rooftop, and we're into the final battle with Magmatron. And this is evidently a quick time event thing between Magnetron and Captain Marvel. So we're not going to get the unfortunately we're not going to get the mini kit from blowing up the satellite dishes.
I don't know how.
All right, so
But somehow the source of my headache is
Magnetron
I need to get away. Break the connection.
tortures her, so she flies away, and
The further I get from him, the more I can feel my mind.
that's where they leave it.
Who I am.
And given my limited knowledge of this character, I can't tell you what happens next, other than that she's being played by Brie Larson in about a year or so. Alright, so that's been the Captain Marvel level. Like I said, not a very long level. And if I just knew a little bit more about the lore, maybe it would be a little bit more meaningful. But we'll be back here again for free play, and we'll talk more about stuff then. Now, for the last part, I'm going to show you another achievement that you can get in free play. There are several characters that you can put them together, and they make cutesy little word plays. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go and grab Nick Fury, and then I'm going to go and grab Quicksilver, and we unlock the achievement, The Fast and the Furious. And so next time, we'll actually start doing some free play stuff.